Nice to see Marty Crow in studio here this morning, and let's say good morning to him. How you doing, Marty?
Excellent. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. Nice to see you here, bright and early. And we've got some big events coming up. One of those things is a block party in about a month and a half or so, 2 months or so. What else has Habitat been up to lately?
So we've been busy working on a couple of projects. We have new construction that we've been working through the planning phases and getting permits started with the city. We're going to build that here in Grandview, so that'll be our first two-story home. I think I mentioned that last time I was here with you, that Habitat's ever built. It's a little narrower lot, so it requires us to go two-story to get the footage in. We're excited about that. We're targeting probably a start date right around the 1st of July.
Okay.
We just, last couple of days, started clean out on a rehabilitation that we're working on out in the Shorecrest neighborhood. So that is house 28. So. Wow. We've moved through 27 will be our new construction, and we gave it a number prior to this one just because it got started before. And 28 is our remodel. We plan for that to be completed by the end of June. So we should be placing a family sometime here in the next 2 to 3 months, and then hopefully finish the new construction sometime later in the year, and hopefully by end of year be placing another family.
Wow.
So hopefully two families in 6 or 8 months. That's the goal.
Man, you guys are just rocking on these houses. How does it all come about by way of donations through corporations? I know that that your Habitat for Humanity store is a big one, but then when it comes to volunteerism and things like that, just how much I saw some new pictures of some new things coming into the Habitat. How often do you guys get big deliveries?
So we, so far this year, have pulled 9 semi-loads of furniture in out of a generator in the Seattle area, and all of that comes to us free. It is material that most of you have been in the store. It's a lot of office furniture. It's coming from large offices that are doing refurb in their office, and they're willing to donate. So we have an organization we work with that helps us navigate that stuff into our store. We've been working in concert with the South Puget Sound Habitat also to share resources and make sure we're optimizing which materials go in which stores. But it really, as you pointed out, we are driven by volunteers. We're driven by donations. We have this motto that we've created, and you'll see it in almost every print ad that we do, and it says, donate, shop, volunteer. So we really ask people, as you've heard me say before, please donate your couches, your dining tables, whatever it is you decide you don't need, all the way down to yard equipment. Donate that to us. That helps us drive our mission. And while you're donating, come in and shop a little bit. And while you're in there, pick up a volunteer app and sign up to volunteer. We have, as you've heard me say before, we have volunteer opportunities all the way from helping in our office and from an administrative role, all the way to helping clean furniture and get it ready to go out on the floor, to even just wandering around the floor and being a sales associate that can help answer questions and do that sort of thing. And then for the people that love to be outdoors, we always have things we can do at our houses. We are looking for a few people, maybe a handful, 5 to 7 people, that can commit to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on our new construction build and on our remodel. And the goal for that is that if we can get a handful of people that can commit to that, we know we've got support week in and week out. And it's a short window of time, 3 months on the remodel, maybe 2.5. If we can get some people to commit, we know we can move through that project a lot more efficiently. And it's fun. I think people really enjoy once they get involved. Like, we did a cleanup on the rehab yesterday, and we had a lot of people out there, and we had a great time.
What would be the time commitment on something like that for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
So we generally work starting in the 8:30, 9 o'clock range, and usually wrapped up no later than 1.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because people work kind of hard, so it's easier to take a shorter day.
Yeah.
And I would say that most times we're off the job site before 2, so it's between 12 and 1 that they wrap up.
And then the skill level for a volunteer. I mean, we're not like Bob Vila or anything.
No.
But
yeah, so yesterday we had volunteers that were using pry bars to pull that tack board off. We pulled the carpets and they were pulling tack board, and that it could go from that level of capability all the way to somebody that's really good at mitering in trim and wrapping windows and door jambs and that sort of thing. So it really depends on your skill level. The great thing is you'll learn.
Yeah.
Even if you're just helping someone that is skilled, you'll learn something from that. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the block party.
So the block party is scheduled for June 24th. Everybody's very excited about it. We decided to have it around our store to try to create sort of a sense of community around the store. we have a number of vendors. The whole focus of the block party is upcycling. So we've asked a lot of people. We're asking people in the community that like to upcycle. And for those of you who don't know, upcycling is really a term used to take something of old and use it for something new.
Okay.
And it can be all the way from taking something out of that was not intended for that use and making, for instance, a lamp out of it, or taking a table and figuring out how to make some sort of shelving unit out of it. Another popular thing is to take old pallets, as you know, you see this on Pinterest, to create furniture. So our goal is to have a dozen or so individuals that will do those types of projects. And bring them and or do some of that work at our block party so people can kind of see real examples.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have some tools there. We're going to have some people there that can do cutting and drilling and that sort of thing. We'll have sanding capability. But our goal is to do a little bit of work ahead of time, maybe prep some of those projects. And then the intent is that all of those projects will be put up for a ticket raffle throughout the day so that people can buy tickets and then put them into I think it's called a bag raffle, where there's a jar of tickets. If yours gets drawn, you might get that item, whatever it is that's being made. The other thing is we're selling raffle tickets for your choice of either you can put your ticket into raffle for a playhouse or a garden shed. So we're going to build each of them. We plan to have one built prior to the day and then probably build one on site during that day. We'll have some of our construction volunteers working on the project and some volunteers that may want to join in from the public right there, get involved, build it. We may not get it completely finished, but we'll get it very close. And the goal is that each of those will be raffled off with those purchase tickets.
I remember when we were up there opening up the store and we had a day there. Dale and I spent broadcasting from the store, and it was a lot of fun. And man, people just really appreciate what Habitat does for the community and all the great stuff that you can find at really good prices for sure. We may be heading up there after the show to look at some stuff. So again, people can learn more at habitatmasonwa.org, and it is encouraged to volunteer today. You can also find them on Facebook at Mason Habitat and Twitter, the same there, Mason Habitat. We'll post the links on this for the interview after we get done. But Marty Crow, thank you so much. Let's come back in a month and then talk a little bit more.
Thanks for having me on.
Good to see you.
Have a great